What's going on, beautiful people? Today, we're going to talk about one of the most groundbreaking things I've discovered that really just was paradigm shifting for me, stepping into a just higher vibration of absolute self worth and just feeling incredible about myself. Now, you might not know this, but you are enough. You've always been enough, and you will always be enough. Now, if you are listening to this right now and there's all kinds of cringe going on in the back of your mind, like, what the hell is Sammy Stark talking about? Whoa, I'm not enough. I don't have this thing yet. I haven't achieved this thing yet. I've got these flaws and insecurities and imperfections that I need to work on that prevent me from being enough. Well, this video is just for you. So not only is everything that I said true, let me tell you why it's true. Actually, now we're just going to end the video here. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk on self-worth. You're enough. See you on the next one. No. So here's the thing, guys. When it comes to self-worth, what we as humans are very guilty about is attaching it to external things, when in reality, self-worth, deep self-worth, is internal. And it can come from an internal place. But the issue with a lot of us is that we place our self-worth on external things. We think that we need to hit the gym and be in perfect shape, six-pack abs, 6% body fat. We think we need to have this successful business where we're making hundreds and 200s and thousands of dollars and billions of dollars or whatever. We think we need the status. We need to be somebody. We need to have a nice car. We need everybody to know our name. We need to be famous. We need to have all this money and resources and abundance, and then we will be enough. Or maybe you just feel like you need the perfect relationship. Maybe that'll fix all your problems. Maybe the perfect partner coming into your life will fill up that void and that hole in your soul and make you feel like you're enough. But the truth is, while all of those things, successful business, possessions, romance, while all of those things may actually make you feel pretty good about yourself when you achieve those things, because, for some people, those are actually things people want to achieve. But here's where the issue comes in. If your sense of self-worth and your self-esteem is attached to your appearance or your looks, like being in the gym, what happens when you get old? We all lose our looks. You're in for a rude awakening, because looks fade. Fitness levels fade. You get old. And that is the great equalizer. We all have to die. Money. If your self-worth is attached to your money, then what happens if you go broke or bankrupt or make a poor investment? Then you feel like shit about yourself. If your self-worth is attached to a relationship, what happens if they leave you or it doesn't work out? You're back to feeling like shit about yourself. You see where I'm going with this? So the reason why is because when you place your self-worth on needing to achieve a certain thing or hit a certain benchmark or hit a certain goal, it's almost like chasing this rabbit down this rabbit hole. Like, sure, you'll achieve those things and maybe you'll feel a little bit good about yourself for a little while. Or maybe you'll be stuck and you'll put yourself in a box where you just feel like you need to always be that person to feel valuable. You need to be the popular person, or otherwise you have no self-worth, you have no value. You need to be the rich person, otherwise you have no self-worth, no value. You need to be in a relationship, otherwise you have no self-worth, no value. And the truth is, all of that is bullshit, because, and this is the kicker, self-worth isn't something you become. You do not become enough. You already are. The issue is we think we need to become all these things and we need to do all these things. We need to travel the world. We need to have experiences. We need to see people, and then we'll finally feel like we're worthy and we're enough. But the truth is, you're already enough, and you always have been enough. The honest truth is, you forgot. It's not, you don't go become enough. It's remember who you are. Remember that you are already enough. Literally, when you come out the womb and you're a little baby, did you come out just like, I need money, I need a relationship? No, you just exist. And as young children, that's how we just exist. We have fun. We play with the world. Life is good. It isn't until we let all this external bullshit influence us, like what society says are things you should achieve, what your family says things you should achieve, what your parents say things you should achieve. And I'm sure some of your parents have the best interests in mind for you, but the reality is nobody gets to decide what a good life is for you. And all of these things that you think you need are not even necessary because you get to set the benchmarks for your own life. So trust me when I tell you, it's not becoming enough, because you can never become enough. As long as you're placing your self-worth and your esteem on trying to become something, you will never have concrete self-esteem and self-worth, because it's always based on something external. But when your self-worth comes from something internal, and that is the realization that you don't become enough, you are already enough, and you've been enough this whole time, that's the game changer. It's like, what the hell? That's when life becomes really cool. It's like, wow, I'm a worthy human being. I can say what I want to say. I can be who I want to be. If it's Sammy right now, single, I'm the same Sammy. If I'm in a relationship one day, it's going to be the same me. If I'm broke, it's the same Sammy. If I'm super rich, it's the same Sammy. If I'm really freaking fit, it's the same Sammy. If I'm chubby and out of shape and I've been eating too many donuts, it's the same Sammy. That is the glorious thing about understanding this, is that when you realize you don't become enough and that you already are, life gets so much easier. And then you start to look at the world differently. It's like, there aren't these hierarchies and status and stuff. It's like, no, I'm just a human being. Everybody on this planet is just a human being. We're all one and the same. And that just means you can connect with people on a different level because you're not worried about being judged. And you understand that the more weird you are, the more congruent with your real self and the core being, the more you will attract those kinds of people into your life. And the more you will alienate and push away the people you just don't vibe with. Like, sometimes people get nervous thinking they want to try to fit in, or they go on a first date, they want to make a good impression, and then they put these filters on. They try to like mold their character and try to be something that's socially acceptable, that people approve of. But that's the worst thing you could do in any situation. The best thing you could do is be true to you, be your organic self. As weird as it is, I guarantee you there are people that will love you for you. So do whatever you want to do. Be you. Easier said than done. I know this. It took years for me to get to this place to where I got rid of this filter that changed when I would interact with different people. But these days, I'm pretty consistent all around, whether it's talking like upper management at work, friends, dates, women. I have gotten really good at sitting with myself and being who I truly am. And in the situations where I feel like I'm not acting like myself, that's almost like a red flag in my brain that this isn't a person I vibe with. If I feel like I can't be myself around them, the energy's not there. The energy's not good. Because when the energy is good, it's easy, it's effortless. And what I'm finding now, especially these last couple months, is that I'm starting to attract a lot more friendships and just social interactions with people. Even though I've never really been that social of a person, I'm definitely a little bit more on the introverted side, I would say, as in I'm just a homebody. I like to go work out, come home, make some content, do my own thing. But since I've just been acting like me and just doing weird shit and being goofy, like, it's attracting people who are like me and like the same stuff I do. Like, for example, like, what, come up here and I always bring this Pikachu in. I'm just like, hello, what's up, Pikachu? What's up, Shimmer? I'm making a video on the fact that you're enough. Do you think you're enough, Pikachu? Well, no, I don't know. You get the point. I'm goofing off. I'm having a good time, not taking life too seriously. And that really just attracts the people who I'd actually want to vibe with into my life, and pushes away and alienates the people I don't vibe with, which is such a great thing, especially like in the dating world. Like, you want to be as real as possible because you don't want to go into something like, so many people start relationships based on filters. And that's why there's so many breakups, because like, you pretend to be one thing, this person pretends to be one thing. 6 months later, it's like, oh, you were putting up a front this whole time. Make it easy on yourself. Just be you from the get-go. Why is it so hard for us to do that? It's this conditioning. And I think a lot of it ties into this self-worth issue that a lot of people are suffering with. And that is, you think you need something to become enough. But the truth is, you always have been.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way.